people. So now the question is, how do we start building resilience of young people in the especially now this is a situation whereby the person has already had these issues. He has already been influenced by peer pressures. He's now experiencing anxiety, he's experiencing depression, and he's experiencing some mental health related issues. What's the recovery process?
Well, you have made a very strong point, which is that technology is not going to stop, because all these problems came or they were exacerbated by the coming of technology. Ordinarily back then you would worry about what would that neighbor say if he sees me doing something wrong, but now we are all hiding behind our screens, and like you are saying, cyberbullying, insulting, there are no manners. You don't care if the person you are insulting is 40 years older than you are just doing the things. And it's ironic because it's very ironic, because you say that the generation alpha or whatever, they are more woke, they are more aware, but this awareness has created a lot of bodies that are bringing these mental health issues. This desire to be liked, it's still part of peer pressure. You want people to like you, to follow you, to be an influencer and things like that. We will need to take a go back to the drawing board and take a step back. As much as we embrace technology for the good of it, we also have to try to mellow down on the use of it where it's detrimental to us. Sometimes you have to take a break from social media. Sometimes you need to realize that even if there's nobody there to censor what you say, that God is there. It still comes back again to our values as human beings. Back then there was respect for each other, for elders, decorum, the way you talk and things like that. But now nobody cares, like you said. So, but we still have to remind ourselves. I think the older generation has a lot of mentoring to do in this respect, that we don't just leave the online space and say, let everybody, there still has to be a voice of reason. Once in a while, you see a voice. For instance, you may go on Twitter and there's a trending issue, and then you see one or two voices that say, no, this is not right, this is how it's supposed to be, even when every other person has that opinion. We saw that in the just concluded Nigerian elections and things like that. Many times they are trending and everybody is just saying what they like, but sometimes you will still see. So those that know what is right should not keep quiet, and then those that are too addicted to, so because it's also like substance abuse, when you need to take these things so that you get I don't know what they call that hormone, the hormone that makes you feel happy, the dopamine. Sometimes you need to mellow down, because at the end of the day it doesn't help you, it doesn't help your health. Somebody that is taking drugs, for instance, he will have withdrawal symptoms when he needs to stop. So you need to take a fast sometimes from the social media, and just realize that the real life, the real world, the values we have there, we should also show it even when we are online. Online we are faceless. Online we don't have names, or we can craft different kind of names for ourselves, but God is still there watching us. We ourselves as human beings, we still know ourselves. So we would have to just censor ourselves and let our conscience dictate to us how we should go.
Yeah, I agree with you that Barrister Zulayhat, and I also think for the person that allowed himself or herself to be influenced, that got him to that state, I still believe and think that it's because the person doesn't have emotional intelligence. He still lacks self-control, it has not built him or herself on its own. So definitely for him or her to allow himself to get that influence. So now how can that person now have the sense to want to redeem himself from such negative aspect of being pressurized by the friends? So in this aspect, I think the parents still have work to do in that aspect. So if your child comes home, you allow your child to go out and get influenced there by the friends out there, and then the child will still come back to you. You'll still be the one to carry the body on your shoulders on how to bring that child back, and then play the rightful part that need to be played. You're probably taking the child to a rehab center or something, or maybe making the child see a therapist or something that will like bring that child back, and then in that aspect you can get some counseling too. I think that's just it.
To get more updates from our media, subscribe to our channel, click the like and bell buttons, as it will go a long way to support us.